we've seen them in some trailers, and now we've got a little bit more information on one of the new animals that's coming to FS25, Water Buffalo. Yeah, Giants have released a little bit of a blog post for us. So it starts off, you like hoofed ruminant mammals? Nice. We add water buffaloes to the ensemble of farm animals. You've already seen them in the past trailers and screenshots, but let's take another look at one of the new animal types coming to Farming Simulator 25. We also have a chat with Roman Pelipenko, our lead character artist. Oh, all right, fair enough. So it starts off, why water buffaloes are awesome, strong but low maintenance. All right, fair enough. So water buffaloes adapt to harsher environments, hot and humid, no problem. That's why they feel at home in Southeast Asia, for example. Ideal creatures to keep on our new Asian map. In many cultures, they're also significant symbols for prosperity. All right, no problem. When you've got some water buffaloes on your farm, you're doing all right. They're high-performance lawnmowers. Now, this is something interesting. I thought was very interesting. Grass-eating animals, not that special. Unbelievable. That's a terrible dad joke, but true. In Farming Simulator 25, your fields of grass will be cut by grazing livestock, not just the water buffaloes. So that means to me that if you've got your animals, well, it says grazing stock, so like normal cows and sheep are going to be munching away on the grass rather than, you know, just being placed down and the grass being there as a decorative object, then does that mean you don't need to put as much food in during the summer months? I know that sort of mod has been out on PC before, but obviously this is coming base game. That's ace. Oh, that's true. That is going to be absolutely brilliant. So it carries on. They're valuable milk producers. Water buffalo milk is especially rich in fat, protein and minerals, making it ideal for producing dairy products, which you can too. So obviously we have the milk from the cows. That's great. We've now got milk from water buffalo. It doesn't say whether it's going to be a different type of milk, if you understand what I mean. Yeah, if milk's milk, then great, because obviously we've had sheep milk before and we've had cow's milk. Is water buffalo milk going to be a different input? We'll have to see when it comes out. They're social, gentle and smart. Despite their size and strength, water buffaloes are generally gentle and social animals. They form strong bonds with their herd and handlers and often show a calm and docile temperament. So let's face it, have you ever seen those farms by the side, ever seen those signs by the side of a farm? You know, I think the one that comes to mind is, can you cross this field in 10 seconds? Because the bull can do it in 11. Yeah, they don't seem that aggressive, so that's great. That's great indeed. Now, obviously, once you've got your water buffaloes on the go and you've got some milk coming out, we've got new productions and products. Make some mozzarella. Now, this sounds a little bit interesting as well. Water buffaloes are mainly used to produce milk. You can, of course, also keep them for breeding and selling for a profit when dairy production is either not your thing. But as buffalo milk and mozzarella are in high demand, you might want to go for it and deliver the fresh milk to new production sites for processing. Mozzarella, obviously that's the cheese, right? That's fair enough. So far in FS22, we have got cheese. Are we going to have different varieties of cheese? Well, they're mentioning mozzarella straight away. Are we going to be able to make different sort of cheeses? Again, as with all those posts, it answers some questions and gives us some more. But all right, fair enough. Right, carries on. Bar baby buffaloes. How cute. And to be fair, they do. They do look ace. By the age of 18 months, water buffaloes are matured. That's when they start producing milk and offspring. They also start reproducing, and the tiny baby buffaloes will soon appear on your pastures. Look how cute they are. To be fair, they are. They do look great, I must admit. When you buy them from the local animal farmer, you can either get some fresh and cute water buffaloes or strong and mighty ones. She can also give you some more information on how water buffaloes are properly handled on your farm. That's an interesting comment. She can also give you some more information. That's talking about the animal dealer. Yeah, that sounds like we're going to have interactable NPCs. Oh, indeed. That is ace. I mean, to be fair, they look great. I mean, they're munching on the grass in your field, and you can talk to the lady at the shop. You can't say fair enough. Now, it carries on. We've got a bonus from behind the scenes, talking to Roman, lead character artist. After a little bit of an interview on the go, so it's got a little bit of Q&A. So, Roman, walk us through your creative process when designing a new animal. How do you start? What are the key steps? So he says, the process begins with creating a comprehensive reference list from real-life animals to study their anatomy, behavior, and movement patterns in detail. Once this research phase is complete, we move on to crafting high poly models using sculpture software like ZBrush. Never heard of ZBrush, mind you, but alright, fair enough. The next step involves preparing a low poly model with accurate topology, making it ready for the texturing phase. In Substance Painter, we bake the intricate details from the high poly model onto the low poly version and begin painting the textures. At this stage, the model is complete, but the next phase involves bringing it to life through animation. To be fair, that's gone well over my head. Yeah, I'm not a modder. I had a little go, but no, I couldn't be getting on with it. That's like way above my skills. But all right, hats off to you, because what they do, what the giants do, and modders in general, is just ace, absolutely ace. So we've got another question. What kind of research do you do before starting to model an animal? What is important to keep in mind? So he says, before we begin modelling an animal, it's important to find good reference and to have a good understanding of the animal's anatomy. Since the sculpting is done by hand, it's easy to make small errors in such complex structures. That's why we do multiple iterations of checking at each stage. To ensure accuracy, we carefully study every aspect from the bone structure and muscle alignment, and even the tiniest detail like the pores on the nose. I mean, the pores on the nose, that's like going really in depth. I mean, I know they say high poly, I understand the high poly, low poly bit, but like going for the individual pores on the nose, that's ace. That's ace. Right, so what challenges do you face when animating animals, especially when it comes to creating realistic movements? So he says, animation is a challenging process because it involves bringing a static model to life. The real test is making sure the animal's character shines through in the animation, allowing viewers to feel its personality and natural movements. Yeah, I mean, you got to get an attachment to these animals, don't you? I mean, obviously, you got to feel it's, alive. You could just be like a static robot sort of thing, but, go for it. How do you ensure that the animal interacts correctly with other game elements, such as the environment or other animals? So he answers, the game features a system developed to ensure animals interact correctly by keeping them within a defined space where they're aware of each other's positions. So I've heard the phrase nav mesh. I think that's the thing that keeps it all together. I think I'm saying it right. Obviously, you've got collision boxes and all that sort of thing. So, what is an aspect that you are particularly proud of? What was unique or challenging about it? So he says, he's particularly proud of the final integration of the animals into the game. It's incredibly rewarding to see them evolve from initial concepts into living creatures with their own unique personalities. I mean, to be fair, the animals, I mean, don't get me wrong, right? Animals are great. They are great. But when you come across something like a baby animal, I mean, we've had it on Valley Springs, and there's a map that came out the other day that had baby animals on, and they just look so good. They do look so cute. Little thing, you wouldn't really fancy putting them on a sandwich, but obviously you do once they get a bit bigger. But obviously, having the animation of the animals, we've had mods out that have got static animals in there, and they don't look as good as ones with animals that move around. Yeah, the animal animation is going to be great. I mean, to be fair, having another animal going into the game, obviously as the games go through generations and progress or whatever, we get more and more. And having this, and having the ability for them to munch on the grass of the field that we're in, and having the baby animals, it just gets better and better. The more that we're seeing as the game gets closer to it coming out, it's going to be epic. Obviously, the game comes out on November the 12th, and if you're on PC and fancy picking yourself up a digital copy, there's a link down below. Click on that, it helps the channel out and no extra cost to yourself. Now, it's coming out on PC and Mac, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. So if you're on Xbox One like me, you're going to need a bit of an upgrade.